A little change does go a long way. I'm your host, Dana Giesbrecht. This is Go Edmonton, and we are on location at the Delta Hotel for the launch of the Salvation Army's Christmas Kettle campaign. You're going to hear these bells all around the city very soon. And on the show today, we're going to let you know where this money is going, how many vulnerable Edmontonians the Salvation Army helps every holiday season, and how you can make a difference. So stay tuned. Lots of information on today's show. But at first, we learn how local artists get the opportunity of a lifetime. Here's Shawn TV's Brant McLaughlin. Last week on Remembrance Day, we honored all the brave men and women who have served our country. And today we celebrate the achievements of one woman who has continued her family's legacy. Here's Global's Leslie McDonald with your Woman of Vision for the month of November. You're going to hear a lot more of this bell around the community very soon. And after the break, we're going to learn how the little bit of change out of your pocket that you put into these kettles will go to help those less fortunate. We'll be right back after the break. A tradition of giving starts with a little change. That is the message on our mini Salvation Army kettle. Welcome back to the show. If you're just tuning in now, we are at the Delta Edmonton in downtown Edmonton. We are here for the launch of the Salvation Army's Christmas Kettle campaign. And you're going to hear these bells, life-size versions, all around the city very soon as the Salvation Army asks you to give back and to give generously. And coming up in the show, we're going to be speaking with Captain Pam Goodyear with the Salvation Army. She's going to let us know exactly where this money is going and how your generosity helps those less fortunate. So stay tuned for that. But first, as we get into the holiday season, Shawn TV's Tim Dancy chats with a local musician to find out how he's prepping for all those musicals. Well, hopefully that helped put you in the holiday spirit. From here, we have a recap of this weekend's sports highlights with Shawn TV's Dave Dawson. Thanks for that, Dave. We are now here with Captain Pam Goodyear with the Salvation Army, talking about the need that is in our community this holiday season. How does the Salvation Army help those less fortunate?
Well, at Christmas time, the Salvation Army is helping with food hampers, toys for the children. We want to make sure no child wakes up on Christmas morning to find it bare under the tree, if there's even a tree. But year-round, the Salvation Army is offering assistance here in our city through our community and family services with a breakfast program, with over 5,000 breakfasts being served in a year. We have a seniors group that comes in, and there are almost 700 people every year. But every day in this city, the Salvation Army is helping families in need that are in crisis.
And I think that's important to mention because a lot of the time when we think about the holiday season and giving back, we think about the children, but there are so many other people in the community who don't necessarily have a meal every single day to eat at home.
That's right. And then you get even more stress at Christmas time when, if daily I'm struggling to find food to put breakfast on the table for the kids or have something to send to school with them for lunch, and then you add Christmas. Was at another event yesterday, and Santa was there, and he was telling us yesterday it was about 1,000 hours to Christmas. So we're less than 1,000 hours away. And so for many families, they're counting down to that, and kids and the excitement of that. But for other families, it's that countdown to when they're going to be disappointed or when they're not going to have anything extra special. It's a time for family to come together and for us as a family in this community to come and share our abundance with those in need.
You have some stats about how many vulnerable Edmontonians and people in Alberta that you help every year. Can you share that with our audience?
Sure. I mean, every year through these programs, the Salvation Army helps almost 47,000 people. It's a large number, but that is individuals who are struggling. Sometimes it's people who are employed, but, a couple part-time job and just not making enough to put the basic necessities for their families.
We have our kettles back. They have returned. We're going to start seeing them all around the city. Anything important that people should remember when they see someone out with their bell and the kettle and to think of the Salvation Army?
Absolutely. Just a little bit of change out of your pocket can help change lives. It adds up to the resources that we need to continue to assist people. I think for many people, we look and we see the kettles out and it's a sign Christmas is here. We get people tell us that, the decorations can be up in the stores for months now, but when the kettle goes out, it's a sign that Christmas is here. And for families who are struggling, it is a sign of hope. that tomorrow can be a little better than today.
And when you put those dollars, change, a 5, a 10, a 20, maybe even more, into the kettle, where is that money going?
That's going to those community and family services programs that are helping to feed people, helping to connect them socially, helping them to get the skills they need to better their lives.
Wonderful. Captain Pam Goodyear, thanks so much for your time.
Thank
Stay
you.
tuned. More after this. We have some wonderful messages on these rings: health, laugh, love, joy, and I was told to take whatever speaks to me. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in now, we're on location at the Delta Hotel in downtown Edmonton for the Salvation Army's launch of their Christmas kettle campaign. I just kind of flicked the top off this one, but you're going to see these kettles, life-size versions with bells all around the city very soon. And coming up in just a moment, we're going to be speaking with Crystal Flaman, our guest speaker at the breakfast today. She's just chatting again there with Captain Pam Goodyear with the Salvation Army, and she's going to share her message to all Edmontonians this holiday season. But first, when it comes to farming, there are so many variables. We're talking about bugs, weather, animals, etc. However, the recipe for the perfect herd may have been found. Here's Shot TV's Bianca Jade. Thanks for that. We have nabbed our guest speaker today. This is Crystal Flaman. And first off, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for a living, Crystal.
I'm a business consultant and social entrepreneur. So most of what I do is I help organizations and businesses not only be great at what they do, but also to make a difference and to be good for the world as well.
And what was your main message at the breakfast this morning?
This morning we're really talking about creating a ripple effect, making a difference in our own lives and having that ripple out to our families, our communities, and ultimately to around the world.
And I think here at home, locally, we can all take that to heart, being the holiday season. What would you like to say to all of our viewers at home to give generously this season?
You know, I think if it's possible, if we can somehow find a way not only to worry about our own bills to pay, but, you know, to find a bigger problem. And really it's about making a difference and helping just one person if we can. And if we can help more than one, all the better. It's the holiday season, and it is a time of generosity, but also a time of hardship for many families. But if we can somehow find a way to build our communities a little bit stronger and to really connect with those around us, I do believe we can ultimately change the world.
When you see this kettle behind you, what do you think?
I think that we have a very generous community and a very amazing country that we live in, and being so fortunate to have been born in this country, I think we have an opportunity and also an obligation to make a difference to those who don't have that same opportunity.
Crystal, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
Before we go, here's your on-the-go calendar. There we go. We are filling the kettle. Now remember, when you hear the bells, see the kettle, do what this lady is doing, and put all your change in there. It does go to help those in our own community. But if you're like me and you never have change on you, well, you can also give electronically. Just go to fillthekettle.com. I've been your host, Giesbrecht. We'll see you next time.